Serial entrepreneur Anteneh Dejene came to America over 25 years ago. An astute and successful entrepreneur, Anteneh will take us through the secrets of buying, growing, and selling a business in the United States. The selling and buying of a business is a very complex process. It involves many aspects that most successful business people are not exposed to in the day-to-day operation of a company. Join us as we take an in-depth look into these processes. This is Make It Grow with your host, Pamela Anchang.
Welcome to Make It Grow with Pamela Anchang. Anteneh, so good to have you on our show today.
I'm glad to be here.
You're an entrepreneur. I consider a serial entrepreneur because you've done a lot. So tell our audience what your background is and how much you've done in this buying and selling of businesses.
Well, my background is in tax and accounting. I went to school, got a degree in accounting, and started working with the State Board of Equalization as a sales tax auditor. In that, I learned quite a bit in what makes all these successful businesses and the business owners and their stories. And that gives me a unique understanding how a business operates from an auditor point of view. In the meantime, I started building a tax practice. And that tax practice, which I started in '99, and by 2009, we converted that business to an H&R Block franchise. That went well for about 6 years, and we built it to a multi-unit franchise, and an opportunity came in to sell it back to the company. And in the process, we started a new franchise called Transworld Business Advisors, and that's why we're here today, helping entrepreneurs in buying and selling businesses.
Tell us a little bit about Transworld and what really they do.
Transworld is an international business brokerage company. Headquarters is in Florida, but international offices from London to South Africa to Canada to Kuwait and Australia, all over the world. And of course, in all the major cities in the US.
You know what's amazing is that you are an immigrant from Ethiopia, right?
Correct.
And you know, statistics show that 80%, I think, of new businesses are started by immigrants in general. But what is really interesting is that I don't think that we all take the time to consult and find out about, what options are available to us. So I really want us to get down to it and talk about, suppose these people wanted to sell their business, what they would need to do, because you grow a business, you have to have an exit strategy, right?
Absolutely.
So what should a business owner consider when trying to sell a business?
That's a great question. And our seller come to us to help them to achieve the highest and best possible prices for their businesses. And we have a process that would help them to achieve that. And first, when a business owner comes in to sell their business, we do their comprehensive business analysis. What I mean by that is, as a business broker, we analyze the operation, their finances, their market potential, their growth strategies, and the business profitability. Right. And from that, we structure the sale. We take their hands in and we structure the sale. There's always strategic buyers and strategic sellers.
Yes.
The tax consequences and most of those things, we cover that. And then we confidentially network within amongst ourselves to sell their businesses. We control the information flow. A typical business sale will be there's a buyer and a seller, and the buyer's CPA and the seller's CPA and their attorneys, and we bring that together and we create the competition for the business, by listing it, and we make sure that we have the most qualified buyers come into their businesses.
Yeah. So let me ask you, I know someone is watching now and thinking, maybe my business doesn't qualify for selling. So can someone sell a business even if it's not profitable? Because sometimes we think that unless a business is profitable, we can't sell it. What's your advice?
That's a great question. Absolutely. Businesses at different stages has different values. There are some people who are looking into acquisition of an existing businesses. We assist with that when we call it a merger and acquisition situation. There are strategic buyers who will bring in more value in purchasing that particular business, whether it's making money or not.
Okay.
So as a business broker, we're matching that strategic seller and strategic buyer together.
Most people, when they're running a business, they're so attached to the business. It's my baby. What is really the advantage of someone trying to sell a business?
Well, that's a good point. A business owner have put in their sweats and so many years
I don't want to let
building,
go. It's my baby.
That business, absolutely. and we understand that.
Yes.
And we understand that. And you can look at the business not from that emotional point of view, but what buyers will be looking at, and make sure that you get the most money for your business to
Correct.
start with, all the years of sweats that you put in, and walk you through the due diligence process that make sure that you're not missing out on anything. And as an expert, we sold so many businesses, and we make sure that we sell one of yours.
So would you say selling your business is a good way to accomplish the American dream?
Well, it's two part of it, right?
Yes.
When you're selling, someone else is buying,
That's
obviously.
right.
So if this is the right time for you to exit out of your business, then that's what we will help you with, and make sure that you get the most out of your business.
Let me ask you a question. It may sound silly. Always hear about the exit strategy, and we're trying to talk to people, mom and pops that have their little businesses. I've always heard, when you do a business plan, they say, what's your exit strategy? Will selling the business be the thing that they call the exit strategy?
When you talk about exit strategy, the process of getting there starts, earlier than you actually deciding to sell.
Correct.
That's why we do the consultation, we do the business advice way, maybe a couple of years prior to you decided to sell your business. So you can structure your business from all advantage, from a tax advantage point of view, from the getting most out of your business, and making sure your business is in sellable condition. So we assist you and help you and advise you.
And that brings me to a very, very important question. Now, the Trans World, you are advisors, so you advise, and you also do the brokerage. So let me ask you, is it important for the potential business seller to consult with a specific kind of broker for a particular kind of business, or do you handle any kind of business?
So the advantage, that's a very good question. The advantage we have with Trans World Business Advisors, we have hundreds of brokers that have dealt with all type of industries in our business, from the mainstream type of businesses to mid-level type of companies to any type of business that you can think of. One of the associates in the Trans World have sold it. And that's advantage being in a bigger group like Trans World Business Advisors, where you have an ability to network and learn and get trained from others who've done it, so that there's no business that we cannot be able to sell.
And I know that you, Anteneh, can do all that because you are just a monster when it comes to business selling and all whatnot. So thank you so much, Anteneh. I have learned a lot about selling a business. I better come up with my own exit strategy sooner or later.
Absolutely.
If you need more information about considering selling your business, be sure to check out Anteneh with Trans World Business Advisors of South Bay, California. And come back next time for more on Make It Grow with Pamela Anchang.